All right, let's talk about the future of finance and accounting. Your finance team right now probably spends most of its time absolutely buried in reports, reconciliations, and forecasts. But what if all that time-consuming work could be done in a fraction of the time? What if you could unlock real strategic insights instead?
So let's just dive right in with this question. Imagine freeing up your sharpest people to focus on big picture strategy instead of being bogged down by spreadsheets. That's the game changer we're exploring today.
But, before we can appreciate the solution, we have to really understand the problem. So first, let's talk about the daily headaches that are probably all too familiar to anyone working in finance.
Does any of this look familiar? This slide just perfectly captures that daily grind. You've got the soul-crushing manual data entry, the endless cycle of repetitive reports, analysis that moves at a snail's pace, and of course, the constant nagging risk of simple human error. It's the kind of work that can bog down even the most talented teams.
Okay, so we've laid out the problem. Now for the good part, the solution. And AI isn't just some buzzword here. It is a practical, powerful tool that tackles these old-school challenges head-on.
And here's the cool part. For every single one of those manual pain points we just listed, AI has an answer. It can automate your financial reporting, generate balance sheets and P&Ls on its own, sniff out anomalies, forecast revenue, and even automate the entire invoice process. It's all about working smarter and way, way faster.
So how does this actually work in the real world? It's not magic, right? It's just technology. Let's break down 6 key ways an AI is already transforming finance departments as we speak.
First up, automated reporting. And look at this number, 80%. Just let that sink in for a second. We're talking about a potential 80% drop in the manual grunt work of building reports. What could your team actually accomplish with all that reclaimed time?
So this means your team gets these perfectly formatted reports monthly, quarterly, you name it, without all the tedious copy, pasting, and formatting. The AI just connects directly to your systems, like your ERP, pulls the latest data, and presents it with the key takeaways already flagged for you.
Okay, next up, financial forecasting. Imagine making decisions faster because an AI is running dozens of what-if scenarios for you. Instead of just looking backward at past performance, you can actively model what the future might look like, which leads to way more strategic and resilient budgeting. And invoice processing? Oh man, this is a huge time saver. The AI just reads the invoice, automatically categorizes the expense, checks for any duplicates or weird anomalies, and then plugs it all right into your ERP system. This whole workflow becomes smooth, simple, and it cuts down on human error dramatically.
Now, when it comes to auditing, the difference is it's night and day. A human auditor can only do so much, right? They're limited by time, they do spot checks. An AI, on the other hand, acts like a tireless watchdog. It's monitoring transactions 24/7 and instantly flagging anything that looks out of place, which is a massive deal for protecting the business from fraud or errors.
And finally, AI can play a dual role in compliance and advisory. On the compliance side, it can pull all the tax-relevant data you need and even summarize new regulatory changes. But on the advisory side, it becomes a strategic partner for CFOs, helping to model out complex decisions and suggesting powerful ways to optimize costs.
Okay, so this all sounds great, but you might be thinking, how do we actually do this without causing total chaos? Well, the good news is the path forward can be broken down into really clear, manageable stages. You can think about it in 3 levels, kind of like a crawl, walk, run approach. You can start small, at level 1, with something like report automation. It's a quick win. Then you can move to level 2, where AI acts as an assistant for things like forecasting. And the final goal, level 3, is that fully integrated system. See? It's an evolution, not a scary revolution.
And this is a really crucial point. AI is a tool to empower humans, not replace them. Human oversight is still absolutely required. The AI gives suggestions, but the finance professional has the final say. And things like a clear audit trail and sticking to all the regulations, completely non-negotiable. So after all that, what's the payoff? Why does this really matter? Well, the impact is real, it's measurable, and it goes straight to the bottom line.
The return on investment here is just undeniable. Looking at this chart, you can see workload reduction of up to 70%. Your forecasts get significantly more accurate, and your reporting speed is dramatically faster. This isn't just about saving time. It's about making better, smarter decisions for the business. And this quote just captures the whole shift perfectly. This tech helps move the finance department from being focused on bookkeeping to being focused on high-value strategic leadership. It's really about unlocking the true potential of your finance team.
And that brings us to the final thought.
With all these possibilities in mind, the key question for your team isn't if you should adopt AI, it's where do you begin? What's your single biggest pain point right now? Whatever that is, that's your starting line.